And here's another site I've not brought you to. Long time since I last come here, I must admit, but this is Spalford Warren. It's a Notts Wildlife Trust Reserve north of Newark. This is a heathland site, but very different to heathland sites of the Sherwood Forest area. This is no Budby South Forest. It's perhaps better than that. When I say better than Budby, I don't want all the RSPB lot frantically trying to put me right on that. This is a very different site to any in the Sherwood Forest area. And at the moment I'm walking on a path which goes around the outskirts of Spalford Warren. I will be cutting through the centre of the site. It's certainly grown up a lot since it was cleared a few years ago. There's a lot of scrub birch, which will always be scrub birch when you cut it down or clear any area of heathland or pine woodland. But it's a very sandy soil, typical of this part of Nottinghamshire, Spalford Warren being north of the village of Collingham. The site is actually close as the wood ant flies to Nottinghamshire's only colony of the wood ant, Formica ruva, and it's amazing that that species of ant hasn't made it here. Spalford Warren's not a regular site we've ever visited. This is probably only the 4th time I've set foot here, to be honest, and I've certainly not covered this path before. Potentially there could be some interesting invertebrates turn up here. Hazelpot beetle is one that could be here. There is a record from somewhere in the Newark area, it's historical record. You never know, it could have lurked here unseen. Another potential would be oil beetle. I wouldn't be at all surprised if oil beetle turned up here out of the blue, pretty much the way that it did at Budby. The only thing is anybody recording the invertebrates here? Well, anyone with any regularity, that is. Oil beetle, if it was here, would probably have been seen now and known. It's such an obvious species, it's even easily detected by the public. Who knows what lurks here? Well, that's the path I'm going to take through the silver birches. There's been, say, an enormous amount of birch regrowth here. Lovely, I like it. I'm pretty much in heaven here. I love birch, so do a lot of other people as well. Management don't, but here they seem to quite welcome it. It's not a plant or a tree that should be feared. You're going to get it, you're never going to stop it growing. It'll always give you plenty to do. I'm surprised I've not seen orange undoing yet. I think that's only a matter of time because it's ideal here. But it's just nice to walk through a site that's got all this birch. Birch is incredibly useful to a huge range of invertebrates. Everyone always goes on about the oak. It's as if the oak's the only thing that's important. These are equally as important. In fact, there's more moths, as I've said before, there's more moths that rely on birch as a host plant than they do oak. And now I can see an orange under me just flying towards me now at treetop height. Whether it's in the shot, I very much doubt. So that is here. I'd forgotten, or at least not realised, how nice this site is. I'd love to know, and I'll have to look at what this dominant grass species is. There's no Descantia here. That's the typical grass that you get in the Sherwood Forest heathlands sites. This is a cracking site. This is a lovely site, it really is. Do you know what it reminds me of? Although I've never seen what it reminds me of. Seems very reminiscent to somewhere like Finland to me, with all this young birch growth and the pines. What a cracking place. I've come out of the main area of Spalford, although this is still part of the reserve. This is a newer part, if I remember right. I'm just against the car park, which is the area most favoured for trapping. This is another of those sites where you just find it impossible to believe that adder doesn't occur here. Grass snake does, and slowworm does apparently. So why not adder? Well, I've just put this lure out for see if Birch gigantiana is here. It's not been out 2 minutes. We've got 3 males around it already, even in these breezy conditions. And the ladybird, I'm presuming, is a pine ladybird, which has nothing to do with the lure. There's not much oak here. This is just a sort of little belt of oak trees within Spalford Wood itself. But yes, within 2 minutes, 3 male Birch gigantianus. This is the ski lure again, which I used successfully the other day in Sherwood Forest Country Park. And this adds another site, finally, for this moth in Nottinghamshire, and there's a 4th one just about to come in and join that one. Excellent record. Sorry to spoil the view and all that, but this is and was Spalford Warren. Smashing place, isn't it? Nottinghamshire's very own little bit of Finland, I think. Perhaps this is now Nottinghamshire's true birchlands. It's a lovely spot, and it'll certainly be somewhere that I'll visit again later this year. There's a lot of potential here. Just lovely. Right, I'll get out of your way now then.